So it's been a week, 1 week. And it's been interesting. I actually completely forgot the intention of documenting my life and documenting me making choices according to these values, which are truth, resilience, self-expression, personal power, and health. And I wrote, all my choices run through these filters and I will document it. And I forgot. That was my core intention as to why I was recording. So for the whole week, I kind of just went about my life and was recording little snippets of my day. And little entries from me. So it's 7 o'clock, I'm going to Officeworks to print out school stuff. Whatever, we live. What's been happening today? Mainly so that I had something to look back on and to kind of see how the day was going and what I was doing that day. It's 10. I'm going to bed. That's a win. Oh, I should do this. That's a win. Because last night I went to bed at, I don't know, I think it was past 12:30, but that's because I uploaded that video last night. But, man, there was nothing about me actually documenting me making choices from those filters. I was recording, I was documenting, I was filming every day, little snippets, but I have so many little videos of the kids. Yeah. It was not dialed in to these values. So now I just have heaps of footage and B-roll, I guess. That's not entirely related to this. But on the Friday, I pulled some tarot cards. Just a couple cards. I asked a question about money and I pulled 2 cards and then I pulled a card from my Oracle deck. And the message that I got was to be open to support from around here and also from higher realms, and also to release old money beliefs and old money stories that I still hold on to, as well as create a more harmonious and I guess congruent, harmonious space for money to come to me. Yeah, so money was kind of a theme this week. Yesterday, I wanted to kind of dig into my current money beliefs, or not so much my beliefs, but how I relate to money and my relationship with money and how I define money. I journaled about it and I asked myself, how do I feel about money? For the vision of my future self, I see myself with a lot of it. I see myself with a lot of money because money is a resource. And so to me, my most highest self is quite wealthy because of the impact that I want to have on the world. When you have money, you're able to buy resources and you can create. Money is just the symbol of the exchange. So for me, money is quite a big thing in terms of my vision, as with a lot of people. But yeah, for me, yes. So I just went back to all of my experiences with money in the past, from a kid into, as a teenager and even as an adult. And there were just certain things in there that I was like, no wonder I have such a mismatch with money, or there's blocks there. So for example, I wrote down handling notes feels wrong, cash notes feels wrong in front of people. So handling notes in front of people feels wrong, or in public. And to me, my association with handling or holding lots of notes, a stack of cash, is tied to drugs. So it's having a pile of notes is tied to something illegal and it should be hush hush. So that's one thing. I mean, if that's subconsciously playing in my head and I don't want to be seen as someone who is like tied to drugs or doing bad shit, then I will subconsciously keep that at bay, keep money at bay, so that I'm not handling money, because my association with money and me holding the money is worse than me having it. I will keep that at bay. I will keep the money at bay subconsciously, so that I'm not perceived as this bad person who's like a drug dealer or like in the drug scene. So that's just one. Like, that's just one thing that's playing in the background, keeping money away. And then there was heaps of stuff that I wrote down. A lot of people, I always would hear the term money hungry as a kid. My parents would refer to other people other people as money hungry. And so they would also refer to each other as money hungry. So that term and what that term meant, the associations with that term, was negative. So it's pretty self-explanatory, like money hungry. If you're hungry for money, you're a bad person. The association with wanting money was negative for me. So that's also playing in the background. We often just kind of bypass the definitions and the associations we have with certain things. So on the surface, consciously, we can say, for example, the money. It's like consciously, and on the surface, I can say, I want money. And I can say that all day long. I can say that for years, and I can want it. But on a deeper level, subconsciously, simultaneously, I don't actually want it. And whatever is happening subconsciously, that's going to override whatever is happening consciously. So if every day I'm like, I want money, I want money, I want money, without actually having a look at my associations with money and seeing if that's clear, I won't ever get it. I may get it for a short while. I may get like little bursts of money, but it will just go straight through my fingers. I won't be able to hold it for very long. Because subconsciously my definitions tell me you don't want money because you don't want to be a bad person. You don't want to be judged as a bad person. And so if you have money, you will be judged. So don't worry, we'll keep the money at bay and we'll keep it from ever staying in your hands. So yeah, this has brought to light a lot of money stories that I've just been kind of harboring and holding without consciously being aware of like exactly where they came from and how they're playing out. One thing that I know with beliefs is if you're working with negative beliefs, for me personally, I know that if I make them not make sense, they just dissolve. If you have negative beliefs, make them not make sense, and then they will become illogical. It's like if someone shows you a trick, like a magic trick, and shows you how, like the mechanics of that magic trick, you can never unsee it. And so the illusion is just gone. Like you won't ever be able to believe it again because you know how it works. It's the same with the money, with any negative beliefs or any negative stories that you keep playing out. Look at them and make them not make sense. Find evidence in your life to prove that then they don't make sense. And you'll see there's no reason for me to hold on to this. It's stupid. And it will just fall away, in my experience anyway. So yeah, this week I'm going to be more on target recording me running my choices through my values and using them as filters and using them to shift into the reality that I want and step more into the person that I want to be, who does live in line with those values. So that's what I'm going to be documenting this week. And I'll see you next week.